This is the Celebrity Course. You've probably seen it on TV. It's the home course for the Skins game, designed by the transplanted Englishman Clive Clark. From playing professional to the BBC to one of the foremost designers in golf, let's spotlight Clive Clark.
The Celebrity Course at Indian Wells Resort, it has the hotels surrounding it, so it's very much a resort area. That was a different type of job because we already had an existing golf course there which was just over 20 years old. Big established trees, which is very unusual for these desert conditions. That was really a major rebuild. We altered the routing for pretty much all the golf course. In fact, there are only about 3 holes left in their original position. We used a lot of water features in the way of waterfalls, split level lakes, babbling brooks, so that was quite an experience, quite an adventure doing that one. And I've just finished a new course at Eagle Falls, which is in Indio at the Fantasy Springs Casino. It was an interesting piece of land. Well, in fact, it wasn't that interesting. It was pan flat, but I hope we made it interesting at the end of the day. The course really resembles more of an inland links style than it does a typical desert course, which I think made it interesting, and this was largely brought about because we had to move so much dirt and create so many mounds in order to conceal the freeway which went right past the south end. We kept it relatively simple or playable from the point of view, I think we kept quite a few of the bunkers round the greens, away from the greens, so there's quite a good landing area there, but it has a very undulating look, full of dunes. There's a little bit of water, but not a lot. You generally, in fact, if you go to the British Isles, you don't find a lot of water on the links courses other than looking out to the ocean, and that's about it. So it was fun to do. Everybody enjoyed working. We had a good team, and I hope if you go out there to Eagle Falls in Indio, you'll enjoy the course.
Fantasy Springs has always been a great place to stay and play, but now you can walk out your door and play golf on a Clive Clark course. And after it's built, you'd want the best to oversee its operations. That would be Golf Zone Willie Maples.
Hi, my name is Willie Maples. I'm the Director of Golf for the Eagle Falls Golf Course, part of the Fantasy Springs Resort Casino. Eagle Falls is a 6,715-yard designed by Clive Clark. We're brand new in the desert. We opened up in April of 2007. So far we've played about 7,000 rounds, and the one thing that I can tell anybody who's listening is that we've had no complaints. I really think if you come out to Eagle Falls Golf Course, part of Fantasy Springs, you'll see some unique holes. Our 6th hole, a par 3, is a replica of the very famous postage stamp, which is a hole on the Troon Golf Course over in Scotland. The 11th hole, that's a risk-reward hole where it plays a little less than 300 yards with the wind predominantly behind you. You've got a chance, a good hitter can knock it on the green, have a chance at an eagle. And then our finishing hole, the 18th, is a wonderfully designed par 5, features a magnificent 40-foot waterfalls, 40-foot wide, 40-foot drop, and the cart path goes right beside the waterfalls. For 6,715 yards, we're not that long, but it's a tough golf course. You have to keep the ball in play in the fairways. A lot of heavy native grass on either side of the holes gives you the effect of each hole being separately played. You don't see the other holes as you play down them. It's a good concept. And with elevations and rolling fairways that you do not normally see in the desert, just created a wonderful masterpiece of a course that gives you a little link style, but also is right here in the desert. We have 360 days of wonderful weather that you can play. You'll find 5 lakes, running streams through the golf course, 2 waterfall features. With the combination of being able to stay at Fantasy Springs Resorts, 250 rooms, gourmet dining, a 3-acre pool area, and an entertainment center that has some of the top entertainment that comes to the desert. Clive has done a wonderful job. We have a great staff. We have a pro shop fully stocked, a snack bar, part of the Fantasy Springs Resort Casino where you can get rooms and golf packages are available from different times during the year. We'd love to see you come out here.
Leaving Fantasy Springs, we head back to Clive Clark's Hideaway, and he gives us some of his closing thoughts.
All in all, I'm thrilled that I live here in Southern California and couldn't be a happier bunny.